a follow-up video to the one that Andy, Tactical Jackalope, put up a couple of days ago on Model Air by Vellajo. I know you don't pronounce it Vellajo, but I do, so it's Vellajo model colour, being able to spray it in an airbrush. People are having difficulty thinning it to make it usable in an airbrush, so what I'm going to do is show you the way I go about it. I've used it lots of times in the past. With initially it was a bit of a pain to try and get something to thin it properly, but I think I've cracked it and I've been using it without any real problems. So I'll show you the way I go about it. Also, we've got Model Air here. I can compare it against it for you, but Model Air, even Model Air, I do actually thin down. So it's just my style of painting. I'd rather have 6 light coats to get the finish that I'm happy with, than 3 heavy coats with unthin paint. That is just personal preference to how you like painting and the type of spray gun, etc. that you use. Now, like I say, these model colours need a damn good shake. Now, I did put ball bearings in, and I know there was a comment on Andy's video saying not to put ball bearings in. Yes and no. If you put standard cheap ball bearings in, over time they will go rusty. But if you put the corrosion resistant ones in, they won't. So they're not expensive. I think you buy them off eBay in hundreds for a couple of £3. They're not very expensive. These are the corrosion free ones. I didn't make it clear in the video when I said I'll put ball bearings in my paint, so just clearing that one up. They are corrosion free ones. Well, they're anti-corrosion ones. I have put the actual number of the bearing in the reply to the comment, just to make it clear. I wasn't clear on that, so I hope that clears that up. Well, I'll give this, I should have shook it before I started the video, but never mind. Now, I know Andy was painting at 15 psi. Now, I don't. If you watch any of our videos, I'm always well up closer to 25-30. Another thing, personal choice and what you get used to. I think that should do us. Now, the thinners that I'm going to use, I use 3. All they're my own labels. It's just so I know what they are. It was just a bit of fun I had with Alex with the Tamiya label. This one here is isopropanol and water. I'll show you. Let's see if I can get it. That's it. What I use. And so this one is isopropanol and water. This is 33% isopropanol and 66 water. The easy way to do it is, that's 100 ml. Mark up 3 equal divisions, fill it up to the first one with isopropanol, top it up to there, water, job done. The second one, this one here, is exactly the same mix, but this one has, let's see if I can find it, you should have got it out, it's got glycerin in, and this is what I actually use. There's no need to have a bottle this big, you only put a few drops in, but I use this for fishing, for some of my fishing baits, so I happen to have a large one. I do from supermarkets, nice small ones that'll last you for a long time. I use this for lubricating my O-rings as well, if you've watched the videos. I also put it in my paint. It actually helps it stop clogging and actually slows down the drying time. I have tried it and it does definitely slow the drying time down. So it's a bit of a retarder and a bit of a lubricant as well. And in this one, what I actually do, it is 100 ml, and I use 0.5 of a ml of glycerin in this one, and this one is a quarter, 0.25. of this into 100 ml, which is a third glycerine, 2/3 water, and that's the mix. Well, I'll be using the one that's got half a mil, almost out, of glycerine in. So what we'll do, just get the paint. I'll put, oh, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 18, 19, 20 drops in. We'll start off with that. So if we put 20 drops of that in, then we've got this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's about 20, that's 50-50 at that. We'll start off at that. Now, one thing that in my comments that I'd had is you can't actually use isopropanol with model colour because it goes like treacle, and as you can see, that mix is beautiful. So that's the first myth dispelled, really. It doesn't affect you. It doesn't go thick at all. I know if you put certain thinners in, like polyurethanes and that, yes, they do. They go. You can keep adding thinners, and it will thin it out eventually. Getting paint everywhere. But now that is still too thick, so we'll add another 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's another 10. I say it mixes really nice. You see, it's definitely not gone thick. It is definitely thinning the paint. We'll try it at that. What I'll use, I'll give it a bit of a difficult test, to tell you the truth, just for the hell of it. We'll use 0.2 needle, so it gives it maximum chance of blocking up. Just put a bit of thinners through the gun just to make sure we're not blocked up before we start. Nope. Right, here we go. Move those out of the way. Put this so you can see. Now pressure, hang on, let's show you what we're working at. What I'll do, I'll turn that down. Because that, what I was working at earlier on, £40. Oh no, wait, it's because I'm using. I'll have to swap airlines because I can't get to the regulator on that one easy. There we are. We'll put it at £30. By the time that's also forgot on this one, I can actually alter it on here anyway. So we'll screw that all the way out. So we got right. Let's see what happens. Try normal spray first. The initial bit still got thinners in the gun. That's why it went thin like that. So that, no splattering, nice and neat. Try finer. Try some lines. You can tell whether the paint's right or not. You'll end up with it start, stop, start, stop. a bit closer for you. Say fine lines will always bite the tip up really quickly, but as you can see, no problem. And see the truth, I could probably go even further than that if I really wanted to. So, and there you saw it, that is model colour, super fine detail, and I'm going to say it will, if you want it to go no problem at all. Nozzle isn't blocking up. I'll carry on spraying because that is the thing that people say blocks the nozzle up, so I'm going to say no problem at all. Some heavy lines. Back to fine. Sorry, off camera. I don't know what else to try. But normally, I say people, within a minute or two, it's blocked up. But I'm saying this is nice and light. I'm not put it on heavy so that it doesn't block up. It's the wiggly ones are normally the way you can tell, because what it'll do, it'll start and stop. That was me loosening the trigger off because I'm holding it so lightly to keep it as fine as I can. I say it isn't too thin. Hang on. Some people say it doesn't go onto plastic. There, as you can see, there's no primer or anything on this. Say no problems at all. I think if I put another coat on slightly heavier, I could get a really good finish on that. But it's all bits, well, they're probably all over the body because it's just been lying around. I just picked it up. But there you are, no primer. Model colour, where people say you can't spray it, it doesn't airbrush. As you can see, that's covered, one coat straight after another. No, no problem whatsoever. There's no breaking of surface tension where it's gone really horrible and left little bits of like the white coming through and that. I say I've used model colour a lot in the airbrush, and I was going to demo it against that, but as you can see, there's no need to. That works as good as Model Air, but obviously you saw the thinning ratio. I think it was probably 1.5 times thinness to this. The glycerin makes the difference, definitely. And as you saw, I've used the pot more or less, and well, by now it would have clogged up. No problem whatsoever. I'm going to say, and it isn't even a good quality airbrush, just goes to show, you know, that isn't a factor in it whatsoever. It's just getting the thinning ratio right. So still no problems with it. It isn't the best colour to show as a finish on a card. Stripped off now, because I was going to play with some paint on there. I've had some really good ideas about some really cheap pearlescent paints. It'd be really interesting to see what happens with that. And that's another unconventional method. I haven't quite perfected it, but we're getting close. So for thinning your model colour, again, you saw it yourself. This is vegetable, this is food grade. I'm going to say the reason I got this one, you can actually get probably stuff that's not food grade and use that. That's probably fine. And I've had no problems at all with paint, even after it's stood in there. And with this in your thinners, it actually tends to lubricate it. I always use this for lubricating my airbrush seals, and well, if you've watched me strip them down and reassemble, exactly the same stuff. Put it in my thinners, and I've used it in Tamiya paint, I use it in model colour, I use it in Model Air, I use it in my cheapo nasty paints. The same thinners does all the same job. The only variation, that's 0.25, not 2.5. That's 1/4 of a mil in 100 mil. The one that I've just used was 1/2 mil in 100 mil. It just depends on the temperature of the room, to how slow or how quickly you want it to actually dry. But no paint on the tips at all. Since I've been using this, it doesn't block up at all. Price wise, now this you're thin, so you get 3 times the amount. So this is 5 litres, that's 15 litres. It comes to, it's £15, that and the glycerin. So you know, you're looking on £1 a litre for your thinners. I use it for cleaning airbrushes, I use it for everything, because it works out so cheap. It's even cheaper than like the nail varnish remover. Now this brush is just stood for, well, I've been talking to you, another couple of minutes, so in theory this is blocked up now. See if we can get it super fine. Don't want to bend my needle. how fine do you want it? So, but I will show you one thing that makes a difference, and I think this is where I may have come across something. Right. Let's turn this down now to £15 or thereabouts. Hold on. Same paint, same gun. Same distance, can't get it to thin. Doesn't matter how lightly I press the trigger now, it just will not go. And if you turn it down any more, it will not spray right. You need the higher air pressure. Because once you get it down quite low, if you look, the edge of it is very, it's not clean. It's more the spread of it, it's not atomising, and I think it's model colour that needs higher air pressures. So this airline isn't quite as a higher pressure as this one. Yeah, I don't know whether you can tell, but this is much sharper than this one. It's the air pressure that makes the difference, definitely. As I played with it an awful lot to find the best combination. Wait. I think. That's it. No paint left. So that's it. We've used a complete pot over the last, what, 10-15 minutes. You saw not blocked up once. We can go super fine. We can go really wide. Worth playing with, definitely. So try it yourself. That's all I can say. Don't always go on what you've heard. I say, you know, I had several comments saying you just can't do it. It just won't work. So I thought, well, I'll do this video. I was going to do it with Andy, but Andy got tied up at work, and he couldn't make it last night to do the video. So I've done it today. I'll probably put it up tomorrow. So just drop some comments if you agree with it, disagree with it, or whether you've tried other methods and you've found them to work. But it is possible to do model colour and get just the same results as model air, but obviously it works out much cheaper because the paint's so much thicker. But well, it works out half the price really. So thanks for watching, and I hope this was helpful.